Alright folks, how's it going? I hope you're all fitting well. And thanks for coming back and joining me for another spooky evening of investigations and scary goings on. And if this is the first time tuning in, thanks very much for watching this video. My name's Alex and I like to run around in the dark and talk to dead people. So if you like that sort of thing and you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Okay then, so tonight I'm down at a graveyard which we've got some really good activity before. It sounds like we're getting some already. So as I was saying, we're at a graveyard that I've had some activity before. We've got some really good A-class EVPs from here, and the language that was coming across in the EVPs was really quite positive and quite wanting to join in with the conversation, so that was encouraging. But I had to leave because the weather beat me on the day, and the rain was really kind of upsetting the whole investigation. You know, it was messing with the audio, so we just bailed that night. Alright. So I've come down tonight. It's a beautiful full moon, which I don't think you can see on the camera, but I'll see if I can get some footage of it later because it is really nice. It's nice and calm. There's no rain, there's no wind, which is an absolute first. Over this last few weeks it's been ridiculous. It's been absolutely horrible weather, but we're here now folks, which is great. So I'm going to go to a couple of the spots where I've had some really good EVPs when we've called out. Sorry, there's just some noises going on. I don't know if it's people or foxes or what. But yeah, I'm going to go where we go to a couple of the sites, the grave sites, where we've had some good conversations going, or the start of some conversations with a couple of particular spirits that we've mentioned. So without further ado, we'll crack on. Although that's a lie, there is a further ado. What we'll do is, just out of interest, folks, but brought me trusty tarot deck. Just out of interest, let's pull a 1 card, and we'll just ask: is this investigation going to be successful? As a large truck goes past on the motorway there. Are we going to get any communication with spirits tonight? Now I've asked some friendly demonic spirits, mainly I had a request to King Paimon recently, asking him to lend me a familiar to help me contact the spirit world more freely, and kind of thin the veil for me and for you, so that we can get some intelligent conversation going. Alright, so let's pull a 1 card, and we'll see what it is, and then we'll see how it compares, how it ties in to anything that we might find tonight. Alright, so we're going to get communication tonight. Let's pull a 1 card. What we got? Can't see it, it's that dark. Right, well that's interesting. We've got the Sun card, if you can see that. There you go. We've got the Sun card. So we'll leave that at that, and then we'll see if that ties in at all to today's investigation, just as the focus starts to go. So we've only just started, folks, and there's literally footsteps. I might not be able to hear that because of I think there's some kind of a road sweeper or something about a quarter of a mile away, and the winds, the noise is just carrying. But that was interesting. So literally only just started walking towards one of the places I wanted to go to, where we got the EVPs. And we've got a couple of footsteps around this grave here. There it is again. This place is fascinating. And then you get another footstep on the concrete, as if someone's walking up a path. Kind of like if I mimic the sound, like that kind of a sound. So whether or not that is one of the ghosties that normally walks around here, the ones that like to follow you up this path, the ones that like to whisper, because this is Whispering Path, remember, or is it a drunk person who's lost his way and he's decided to take an unfortunate turn walking through a graveyard? Right, who knows? If anybody's feeling like you want to have a conversation with me tonight, if you've never had a chance to, I would love you to come forward, introduce yourself, we'll have a bit chat, tell me what your name is, if there's any messages that you'd like me to give to anybody, if there's any messages that you'd like to give to me. Now what I'm going to do, guys, instead of using the old EVP recorder that I used before, like the dictaphone type device that I used, that I got the EVP here last time in the rainstorm, if you remember, I've got it up on my phone, which is an EVP recorder, but it only records when there's actually something worth recording, like it picks up on sound, so you don't have to sit and go through hours and hours of silence. So guys, I'm just getting attacked by moths. So yeah, so it just saves me time. Don't have to go through hours and hours of EVPs to try and find something that's interesting. Right. Oh. Always gets us that bell. Right, where are we going? As if it wasn't creepy enough without that bell going off. Well, this is interesting, this one. Okay, so that was a whisper. To my right, there's a whisper. Great. Now just as I'm setting up, excuse the distant sirens, just as I'm setting up, I'm hearing a male voice behind me. Good stuff. Love this place, man. You always get some good voices whispering. Some of them are a bit grumpy down here. Get a few little grumpy chops telling you to piss off and stuff. But you also equally get the nice people who just want to say hello and see what you're up to, you know. I am also crouching down because although I brought the tripod out tonight, it's not high enough, and I don't really want to be putting my camera on people's graves, because that is a little bit disrespectful, to say the least. Right. Let's try this new EVP app, and let's see if we can pick up any voices that we can't hear with our ears. There's a few noises about, I don't know what they are. See if we can find out. Just look for this app, and I'm hearing things all around me. It's great. This is great. We love this shit. Sometimes. Nah, it's cool folks. This is what we come down here asking for. Excuse the sideways cam. I'm still kind of squatting down, but I don't want to be kneeling down because it's soaking wet on the floor. I don't want to get wet knees. The problem with these lights as well is when you're looking at the camera, it kind of dazzles you. So then when you look away to see what the noise was, you can't see a thing. Okay, so we've definitely got some interest. What's this? Definitely got somebody paying some interest tonight. Okay. So let's get some Class 8 EVP, shall we? Right then. So if there's anybody here, any spirits here tonight who would like to talk to me or my viewers at home, if you've got any messages, as I said to you before, come forward. If you could talk into this object that I've got in my hand, this is a recording object, it's a recording device, it can pick up your voice a lot better than I can, so don't be afraid, mind you, don't be afraid to speak into my ear. I would prefer that if you just spoke in my ear. But if you can speak into this, state your name, give me a message. Tell me what you want, tell me why you died, say anything you want. Okay. Are you able to speak to me? Are you capable of speaking to me? Do you want to tell me what your name is? How about if the spirit that spoke to me before down here, the one that said something along the lines of, "You're ready to speak"? And I said, "Should we speak?" You said, "I'm ready." Or "I'm here." Whoever it is, this device will record your voice. Or "I'm here." Whoever it is that said they were here, well, I'm back here now. So let's continue the chat, let's continue the conversation. I mean, well, I've not come to hurt you. I've just come to have a casual conversation with you, basically. Nothing serious. Just want to say hello. There's the out. Gotta love that owl. Okay, so I'm hearing there was a breath or some breathing behind me there. Nothing major. Come on, come forward. I'll give you some time to come forward, don't be shy. You know that I mean well. I don't know what that breath was, if you were breathing. They all... This place is creepy, it's brilliant, man. It's absolutely brilliant. Love the atmosphere down here. Right, let me just flip you around. Let's have a walk around. I'll try and be quiet, folks, and let's see if we can hear some of these voices. I'll keep the EVP running just in case, the recorder just in case, but there was one there behind. Let's hope the camera picked these up, because these are quite good, these. Now down here generally what happens is they take a bit of time for them to build up, so I'll probably be down here for about an hour. Give it time to build up, and then maybe we can get one or two clear words or growls or anything at all. Screams that we were getting last time on the live, that was terrifying. Yeah, so if there's anyone here, do me a favour and don't scream at me tonight. If you're the same thing that was in the woods, if you stay in the woods. Whoever's here, if you can just talk like a normal person. That's if you're a person. Of course, if you can't talk, just growl. If that's all you can do, it's fine. As long as you say hello, in whatever language you've got. I don't know, maybe that's your language. You know, that's the thing, all these growly things. We all panic and get all really freaked out when things growl at us. Maybe that's the language. Maybe when something goes, it's saying, hello Alex, how you doing? Nice to see you again. Would you like a cup of tea? Or possibly not, we don't know. Right, I'm going on off track a bit. Right, let's go for a walk. I want to go in the direction of these footprints that I can hear down there. I want to see if we can determine if it's a person, some wildlife, or a ghostie. Right. Duos off my K2 meter out tonight, because that was going ballistic last time in the haunted abandon that we did in the live stream. So I've started using it again. Incidentally, we will be going back to the haunted abandon place to continue the conversation that I had in that corridor near the end of the stream over this. So that was a fascinating one, so we'll go back there probably later in the week. Right, let's go for a quick walk. Keep your eyes out, folks. Let me know if you can see anything, if you hear anything, because there's been more than one occasion that you guys have pointed stuff out that I've missed. Now there is a hidden grave in this place that we found last time, which is right up here in the corner. Spider's web. Nice, supper time. So there's a hidden grave which is just up here. Now it's blocked off somewhat with tree stumps, and it's just completely unkept, completely out of the way from the rest of the graveyard. Makes no sense. And it's just up here, guys. Let's see if it's still there. What? What? What the? Right. So what the oh my god. Right, guys. So, this is really weird. We just turn this light down because I can't see a thing. This is really quite strange. So we've come to the part where there's the blocked off grave, the one that I found last time I was here. And it's been completely destroyed. So the wall, I'm going to show you in a second, the wall of tree stumps that's down here, that was blocking off this particular corner of the graveyard, has been completely removed, and the grave itself has been smashed up. Now I'm going to show you this because this is absolutely disgusting. I don't know what it is, and I hope it wasn't anything to do with... What the f... Things is hotting up. I hope now there was a hissing noise there. Now I really hope that was picked up on camera. I'll go back and I'll enhance the audio. I'll enhance the audio. Because hopefully you heard that hissing sound. Now that came from the grave that's been smashed up. Has that got anything to do with it? I don't know. But I'm going to go to it and find out. Interesting place this, isn't it? You get chills, but it's exhilarating somewhat. It's a buzz, man, it's a buzz. Alright. Right, I want to show you this smashed up grave. I'm going to go there, do a call out and see if we can get whatever it was that just hissed at me to hiss back. And you never know, we might get lucky, it might be a growler. Right, so as you can see, these are the logs. These are the logs that were lined up across here. No, they're not. Now the grave, this is really weird. Now the grave that we found, the grave that we found before was there. Now there's still these logs which are blocked off here. And at least this grave's still here. This one. But the other one is completely gone. Now what? Who would have a problem like that? Anybody here that would like to speak? Apart from the owl. Come on, you've already hissed at me. Which I really hope was on camera. It's going to be fascinating to see if that's there. And there's no snakes around this part of town, so it wasn't a snake. We don't have them here. I mean, we've got adders and such like, but they're mostly on the coast, as far as I'm aware. So it's just this corner, guys. There seems to be a lot of activity in this corner. Maybe that's why it's blocked off. Could be. Got what I think is a kid's grave just down here. One of the many in here, which is heartbreaking. Some of the people who lost their lives in the mining colliery disaster related to the haunted abandoned explore that we did will be in here also, will be buried in here also. The spirit of the dead bloke that we spoke to last time on the K2 meter in the abandoned building will probably be buried in here as well. I know it was behind me. Oh, yes. Was that you? It was, wasn't it? Right, alright then. Can you tell me if you used to be a human? Did you used to work here? Did you used to work here? Touch this box in front of me to say that you used to work here. Did you work in the pit? Yes, you did. Wow. Did you die here? Was there an accident? Yeah, exactly, mate. Negative, positive, potato, exactly. It's a matter of opinion and perspective, isn't it? Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. Thanks for coming forward. You're absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful spirit for doing that. According to the answers that he gave to me on the K2 meter, he was. Come on, Hissy. If you want to hiss again. Maybe growl. Do you want to come forward and growl? I've heard all your growls before. I've heard some really horrible growls, so it doesn't scare me. Right, sorry for the little gap in the editing there, the camera went off. I don't know if it went off due to paranormal or if it went off because of battery or whatever. I mean, the battery seems okay. I did ask for the hissing thing to growl at me if you can. Ideally I would like to use words, but who am I to tell it how to speak to me, yeah? For all I know, it might not even understand English. Come forward, spirits. Come forward, spirits. Paimon, King Paimon, friendly demon who I've been in touch with recently. If you did in fact send me your familiar to help me communicate with the spirit world easier, can you please send your familiar to me now? If my familiar is already here, thank you very much for being here. If you could encourage the spirits of the dead who live here, or any spirits that are here, to come forward, make a noise, speak into the camera for my viewers, growl, whatever. Whatever you do, I would like you to do it into the camera device that I've got in my hand, because there's a lot of people that would like to hear from you, not just me. Like, it's not just a nutcase running around a graveyard that you see. You know, I appreciate that. From a time when you were alive, you probably didn't have things like cameras. Maybe you did. Well, this is a camera, just like this takes pictures, just like the ones that you had. Only this actually takes moving pictures. That's what we call a video camera, and it records sound. So if you come forward and if you speak to me in this camera, I can hear you when I get home. You know? So whatever it is that's been following me around down here, whatever it is that hissed at me just then in the corner, can you do it again for me, please? Let's go back over to the corner where the hissing was. I would really appreciate it if you could come forward and hiss or growl, say your name. I'll tell you, when you come into this corner, there is a significant temperature drop. Now, I don't know if that's just naturally because it's a cold part of the graveyard, but it's literally, as you walk from here, you know, so it's warm here, and then you walk here, it's freezing cold. Hang on. There you go. Wow. Focus has gone again. Why does it keep doing that? Come on. Focus on something. Now, a lot of people say that when the camera struggles to focus, it's because it's trying to focus on something that's not there. I don't know how true that is. What do you guys think about that? Come on. Thank you. I mean, I could be scared. I could freak myself out and say it's almost like someone's standing in front of me. But there's no evidence of that, so we won't. Can't really see that, can you? I'll have to turn the lights off for that. So who is it that's in this corner? Who is it that's here? I've also got a device in my hand here. This will also pick up your presence apparently, so if you come close to it, if you touch it, it will flash. There's some lights on it. Alright, at the moment it's a green light. It does go from green to yellow to orange to red. If you come forward and touch this device, cold chills. This is brilliant. Love this, man. So yeah, don't be afraid. So let's have a quick walk down to the old part of the graveyard. Now this is the oldest part. It's where I was followed home last year by the child spirit. The one that I had to bring back down here. The one that was scared away by something, but we all know about that because we all know what went up. But we all know what. Bloody hell. But we all know what went on in my previous videos. The Shadow Man and such like. So I'll have a walk down there. It's a part that does freak me out, so I'm not going to lie. And you all know that. But in the interest of getting some cool spirit conversation for you guys, I'm willing to go down. Because that's the kind of guy I am. Right. I'm not going to hang around for too much longer because it's freezing now. Winter's definitely come now, folks. I mean, we had a pretty crap summer, but like, winter's definitely here now. Spiders flying in front of the camera. It's freezing, man. Right. Owl. Hello. Glad to see you made it. Right, we'll have a walk down here. This is where I got grabbed as well. Let's just go for it. We'll have a walk through, we'll hang around. We'll see if I get grabbed. We'll see if the hissing thing's going to follow us. If the growly thing's going to follow us. The shadow, the kid. There's a bunch of things down here that could get me, so let's just walk head on in and see if anyone wants to play. And not to mention the drunks from the pub about a quarter of a mile away, so let's go. I don't like the winter, I don't like the cold, I can't wait to move to Ibiza. Wind in the trees. Can the hissy or growly thing follow me through to the old part of the graveyard, please, where the energy is nice and high? Yes, says the owl. I'll come. I'll come too. I'll come too. Come on, follow me through to where the energy is highest. This is the oldest part. There's any amount of spirits here. Oh. Freezing down here. Let's see what you've got. You can play a game if you want. I don't mind. It's a nice heart. See who can scare me the most. I'll let you play a game. As long as you don't come with me. Don't follow me home. If you stay down here, that's fine. Right, folks. Give me voice down. Oh, graffiti, man. Who the hell would graffiti a graveyard? Who would graffiti a grave like that? Absolute arseholes. Just for the record, if whoever it is that did this is still down here, if this is fresh and I've caught you doing this, I'm going to kick your arse. Where's my grabby friend? Is the one that likes to grab elbows. Are you around here? Do you want to grab me tonight? I'm going to take my chance and walk past the destroyed grave, the unkept grave, see if we can get that thing to hiss at me again, because I'm a glutton for punishment. Any friendly spirits want to say hello? Apart from a few whispers, footsteps, hissing. I mean, you know, he's been there, but it's been nothing particularly coherent, guys. Not very coherent tonight. Can't have a conversation with you if you're not forming sentences. You know? I'm talking clearly. Oh. No, I've just heard Mum in a kid's voice behind me. Now it's sort of gone midnight. I don't expect there's going to be too many kids running around the graveyard, so is that the kid that followed me home last time? Probably. But I'm not your mum, kid. I'm not your mum, you're mistaken. I've been much doubt I don't like your mum either. Your mum's around here somewhere. I'll listen to that back. I'll see if I hear it. I'll enhance the sound and see if we can hear it. Right, hissing corner. Last chance. I'm going now. It's freezing. Come forward and touch this meter in front of me, make this green light go to orange. Come forward and growl in this camera that's taking pictures. Growl at me. Say hello. Say your name. Anything. Throw something. So I'll make my way back home now, and I'll contemplate not bringing out my full rig, my full camera rig, with a full tripod and carrying it around all the time because my shoulders are killing. So there you have it. Another quick look around this place. We've had a few noises, we've had a few footsteps. As I say, I'll have a listen back to the audio when I'm editing this, guys. Also, you let me know if you hear anything that I didn't. Footsteps, a few words, whispering, a male voice, a hissing when we got to the corner of the abandoned grave sort of thing. It's always a bit disconcerting when you get a bit of hissing, but as I was saying before, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. It's just whatever it is trying to communicate with you or scare you. But if the only thing it knows to do, or the only thing it can possibly do, is hiss at you, because that's all that's in its vocabulary, you can't really complain. And when you come down to a place like this, sorry, I lost where I was going there. So when you come down to a place like this and you call out and you ask for spirits or whoever's here to talk to you, you can't complain when something talks to you in a language that you don't understand. It's up to you to kind of devise some other way to talk to it. I mean, who are we to say that a spirit is going to understand English? It might not even be a human spirit. You know, so I think it's basically people with big egos and little understanding and very, very narrow-minded ways of thinking to expect every spirit to be able to speak English and communicate with us perfectly well, you know. So anyway, until my next outing, whatever that might be, thanks very much for coming along and keeping me company down here tonight. It's a nice place, really. You know, I mean, it's super spooky, but that's what we've come here for, right? So I'm gonna head back now. Ooh. And work out where my next venue's gonna be. So, if you like running around in the dark and trying to speak to dead people, I would love it if you could hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future content, because I've got some beauties coming up for you guys. Now that lockdown, COVID is very much, well, for the moment anyway, shouldn't jinx it. That owl, only say that owl, follows me about every time I'm here. It's anyway, so the restrictions are very much getting eased every week so far, which means that venues are opening up, so I can start having nights in some of these wonderful haunted venues that I was going to footsteps. Yeah, that I was going to before COVID struck. So I'll be having some phone calls and some emails this week. So fingers crossed we can get in somewhere really quickly. Make some cool content before the second wave hits, because it's pretty inevitable, isn't it? Unfortunately. Alright, so I'm freezing my tits off, so I'm going to sign off now. Please let me know if there's anywhere in particular you'd like me to go. At the moment it's going to be in the UK, obviously because we can't fly overseas. Is there anything that you'd like to see me do on this channel? You know, like, other than investigations, sticking with the paranormal theme. You know, is there anything that you want me to do? Do you want me to do things like mirror scrying? You know, I've got a couple of quite dark things I was thinking about doing. I could devise some kind of a way to do like mirror scrying on camera. Some kind of, record some kind of ritual and see if we can get some activity that way. I don't know. Let me know, guys. I would love to hear from you. Stick it in the comments or send me a message privately, whatever you prefer. I'm very, very, very open to suggestion right now, because I just want to make content that is going to be of interest to you. And I'd love to make some kind of content that isn't already being made by paranormal YouTubers, because there's that many of us, which obviously I want to be making something which is different, that either nobody else is willing to do, or they're able to do. That would be nice, wouldn't it, to make something different. Anyway, send your suggestions in. Definitely very open-minded, as you know. And I'll crack on. Right, anyway, love yous all. Thanks very much for hanging out with me for a bit, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.